Yo, what's happening YouTube? Today I got you guys with the new best settings for high FPS in Call of Duty Black Ops 6. Let's get straight into it. You're gonna go to graphics. You're gonna do full screen exclusive. Select your monitor. Make sure your frame rate is good, display resolution is good. This needs to be on. Don't do on plus boost unless you have the best hardware. If you have a 4090 and you have like the latest i14 CPU, GPU, you could go ahead and put this on plus boost, right? It will give you less delay, like you'll be faster, snappier with it, but it'll cost you frames. I'm assuming if you're here, you want the best, smoothest, and highest frame gameplay. Put it on. The reason why I had it on plus boost, like I said, I have a really good PC. But anyway, custom frame limit. Yeah, you just want to put your custom frame limit for what you can run at stable. Most of you probably gonna do 144, I'm assuming. Optimal for this is straightforward. This is just if you have this is not important if you have an OLED monitor or something. Quality, here's where we get straight to it. Make sure this is at 100. Make sure this is off. Dynamic resolution off. Fidelity cast sharpening, make sure this is at 100 and you hit show more, make sure it's at 100. This needs to be off, it sucks. Also make sure it's fidelity cast, make sure you're not using all these other stuff, fake AI frames, that's terrible. Anyways, VRAM scale I recommend 80 for most of you. This off. Texture resolution, don't do very low because low will look really good. Like it's kind of hard to tell the difference between low and like high, to be honest, like normal. And there's no FPS change, so just do low. Do low for this. Depth of field off, because you don't want like you don't want to add blur to your game. Terrible. Detail quality, right, low. You don't want the grass to be like super defined and distracting, like cost you frames. Like you're here to compete, bro. Particle resolution very low. Bullet impacts off, persistent effects off, shader quality low. On-demand texture streaming very important. Put this on minimal. Screen space shadows off, shadow quality very low. Occlusion, screen space lighting off, low, off, low, off. And then let's go to view. Motion reduction preset, don't enable that, don't worry about that. Field of view, make sure you're always at 120 for the least visual recoil. ADS field of view affected as well, because least visual recoil. Wide is what I like for the weapon field of view, that's preference. Wide for these. World motion blur off, very important. Weapon motion blur off, least for these two. And then you're good. That's all there is to it. Now go ahead and hit save. Right, and now this is an extra step right here that I'm about to give you. Extra step here. Extra step. What you are gonna want to do, if you have NVIDIA, if you have AMD, I can't help you, but I promise you there is an equivalent out there. You just have to look it up. What you do is use your NVIDIA settings you want, bro. You want image scaling off, ambient occlusion off, anisotropic filtering application controlled. FXA off, gamma correction on, anti-aliasing mode application controlled, anti-aliasing transparency off, background application, max frame rate off, blah blah, driver default. Just copy these settings. I don't want to go through all of them, just copy them. I don't want to explain every setting because then the video is going to be so much longer than it needs to. Low latency mode, do on, don't do ultra, trust me bro. If you want smooth frames, do on. Max frame rate off. Multi-sample MFA off. Select your GPU for this one. Power management mode, make sure this is very important. Make sure it's maximum performance. Preferred refresh rate, make sure it's application controlled. Actually, sorry, highest available. I'm sorry, highest available for this one. If you have G-Sync, you can enable G-Sync as well. I don't recommend it, but you can enable it. Texture filtering quality, vertical sync, let the application decide. Obviously in game you're gonna put no, so it's not gonna matter. Rate optimization, very important, make sure it's on auto. Then you go here to configure surround physics. Select your GPU on there. Hit apply down here. Give it a second. Resolution. Make sure your refresh rate is at the highest it can be. And then you're pretty much done with that. Next step, if you have a really nice CPU, go here. Type in power. Type in. Oh, you could choose a power plan, right? See how I have ultimate performance? Most of you won't have this, so what you'll do is you'll go to ultimate performance power plan. Let me see if I can find you the link on Reddit. Okay. So what you do is, so you open PowerShell. So what you'll do is you'll open PowerShell like this. Run as administrator. And then at the prompt, type or copy the following command right here. This is what you'll copy. You'll copy this, which will be in the description. You copy it here like this. You hit enter. And I'll hit it again, I don't care. But once you hit enter, it'll give you this option, because the highest it'll give you, otherwise high performance. Only do this if you have a really nice CPU and you have good cooling. Otherwise, do high performance. And if you have really bad cooling, like you're really old fans, very little fans, then I guess you'll have to do balance. But ultimate performance is what you want. So yeah, with a combination of ultimate performance, and then also here's another setting that you want. Game mode. Make sure this is on. And then another setting right below game mode is going to say graphics. This is graphics hardware acceleration. You select the game you want, you hit options, and you hit high performance. Very important, high performance. You do all of these steps and you'll have way more frames. Trust me, bro. Your gameplay will be smooth. You'll be chilling. You'll be really good. All right. Anyways, you do want to restart your game once you do all this. Probably restart your PC just to be safe, and then you're good to go. Anyways, until next time, later. Peace.